Hello everybody, this is Hop to the Hippity Hop bringing you another StarCraft 2 commentary, and this is going to be with two master level players, ntan versus ToTheSky. And again, I was in HG's chat channel, and these two players decided to go at it, and I've actually seen ntan play quite a few games now, and he is, I would assume he's a very good player. I wouldn't assume that, I know that, he plays, I feel like he plays just on another level. Very great play, very clever play. Really, I've seen him do all kinds of crazy things in the game. But let's just jump right into this game. It is going to be on Metalopolis, ntan spawning on the bottom position as the green Zerg, and ToTheSky spawning kind of in the 9 o'clock position as the blue Protoss. And this is pretty much a very Zerg favorable map, just because you can grab this expansion as well, and very easily defend them too. So it's not going to be too difficult for ntan to be grabbing those expansions. It's going to be very nice for him, in fact. But from the looks of it, nothing too crazy. ToTheSky is going to be he's going to be scouting in the wrong position, unfortunately. And ntan, what he's doing is it's very it's something that a lot of players don't do. A lot of Zerg players don't do, because the Overlord actually has more vision than the Nexus. So what ntan did is he actually brought his Overlord in, saw that the player spawned here, and then just backed out, forcing ToTheSky to scout all these other places before actually getting to the base. So from the looks of it, ntan went for a 14 hatchery. He still hasn't got the gas or spawning pool, so he's going something extremely economic. He actually got another drone without getting his spawning pool, so this is actually a very risky play. ntan getting a little greedy here. Pretty confident, and as I mentioned before, these two are both master level players, so they're both extremely good. ntan's just I've just seen ntan play more, so I don't know too much about ToTheSky, but he's probably a good player as well. They are both in Master League, so they both have to be good, of course. And the spawning pool now finally going down. That is a really late pool, pretty delayed. He got a lot of minerals, a lot of harvesters before actually getting that pool. And from the looks of it, ntan's just going to be jumping around here, scouting around, being an annoying drone, doing his thing. And ToTheSky getting that second gas actually kind of early. I don't know if that's really standard timing to get that second gas. But the Cyber Core is going to be up, as well as the Zealot, so his Wallen is going to be complete. And ToTheSky actually wasn't able to do any type of harass with the pylon or anything to block off this expansion, so ntan is going to be looking pretty good here, actually. And if we look on the Harvester tab here, oh, maybe not so much, but soon he's going to be catching up very soon. Zerg macro is just so powerful. Nothing can beat Zerg macro. That is a proven fact. A couple Zerglings coming out, maybe a little more than a couple, 4 Zerglings, and they're going to be scouting around, kind of doing their thing. So this guy does have the watchtower though, so he'll be able to see what is going on. Just know, guys, this is a very long game and it's very epic. That is the reason why I decided to cast it. And yeah, you guys should be excited for this game. So as you see here, we have some nice Overlord placement. He's going to be able to see everything that's going on. I think ntan, maybe not, you probably won't see this, but it looks like a 3 gates so far. Funny thing is, while I was spectating this game, I actually wasn't paying too much attention to what was going on. So it's going to be kind of new for me as well. That's fun. Anyways, the Queen is now out, and the Queen did drop Creep Tumor first instead of injecting, just because it's actually more economical to do that, because you won't be able to produce using all your larvae with the money, with the income you get in the beginning. So it's actually more beneficial to get that Creep Tumor. And maybe losing a Zergling just coming up here to scout. But ToTheSky does have sentries out, so he's going to be able to easily force field if he needs to. Warp gate's almost done. So there are 3 gateways up. I don't know if ntan actually spotted that. Let's actually check. He did spot the pylon, but I don't know if he did spot that, or he didn't spot the gate. So there is a pylon there in ntan's eyes. Unfortunately, I didn't see that gateway, so it could be quite dangerous. Looks like he's checking everywhere, even checking the back here to see if there's anything there. ntan, he needs to be careful now. He's going for that layer, but he doesn't have he doesn't have a Roach Warren or anything to actually defend against this push that is going to be coming very soon. And ntan does now realize this, so 22 Zerglings are going to be screaming out, as well as a couple Spine Crawlers. And a couple more Spine Crawlers defending at the ramp. That's actually a pretty good spot to put it in case he does lose his hatchery. The spines will be up in time. All the drones are going to be moving out. Nice force field by ToTheSky, blocking off half the Zergling forces. And that actually is a pretty good amount of Zerglings, so very good timing by ntan, spotting those Zerglings right when he needed them. It could have been quite dangerous, but doing a very good job. And now ntan does have a bunch of Zerglings. Is he going to attack? Is he going to attack? He should be trying to focus down those sentries, because they are the only things that are really going to be doing anything to the Zerglings. Nice force field is actually blocking off a few Zerglings, but those sentries go down very fast. And now ntan, all he has to do is really just back off. He did the damage, and that was actually quite worth it. Only losing a couple Zerglings. Ugh, gross, mucus. But now it looks like ToTheSky is going to be going for that expansion now. I think that was a 3-gate Stargate. Okay, so we're going to see a Stargate. We'll see what kind of fancy play comes from that. But a few Zerglings are going to be coming in. They're going to be scouting this expansion, maybe harassing it a little bit, do a little bit of damage, why not? And just back off. All you got to do as a Zerg player, mainly harass. And, oh, that was weird. Apparently, ntan didn't like how he placed his Roach Warren, so he cancelled it and rebuilt it. It's kind of funny. You don't see that too often. And man, ntan is droning very hard. I think I just saw 5 drones coming out at once, making live drones. He does have a lot of Spine Crawlers, so he's going to feel pretty safe to drone up. Doesn't really need to worry too much about an attack as well, because this expansion is coming up. So ntan is looking very good. ToTheSky is looking actually really good as well. If anything, ntan should be opting to go for a 3rd expansion a little bit earlier, just because you don't want to be facing a Protoss on 2 base when you yourself are on 2 base. So I think ntan is going to be opting to do that pretty soon. And this is pretty much his whole attacking force. All he has are drones. He's just making mass drones. 7 drones now, just massing up so many drones. He does have a Roach Warren now up, as well as a Evolution Chamber, so now he's going to be getting that missile attack upgrade. 4 Roaches and Hydras that he's going to be getting later on, for sure. And so far, yeah, nothing too interesting. There is one Phoenix out, probably just scout and hunt some Overlords. So that is one pesky, annoying thing that Protoss can do. And note that with the patch, with the latest patch, Phoenix do come out a bit faster, 10 seconds faster. So they can be quite annoying, especially if you lift off your queens and snipe them off. You need about 4 Phoenix to do that, though. 3 or 4, really. And yeah, nothing really to worry about. I think ntan saw that, I'm not too sure. Another Evo Chamber going down, as well as a Hydralisk Den. But yeah, there are the Spore Crawlers. There's 1 Spore Crawler at least. And nope, okay. Yeah, but there is that 3rd hatchery that I was talking about, and getting that a little earlier than you usually would, just because ToTheSky is on that 3rd base. And they're actually pretty similar on the income tab. ntan actually, he is 51 over 40. Or under 40, sorry. So yeah, ntan's looking very strong right now. And there are those pesky Phoenix. Here they come to hunt down the Overlord. So ntan has to be very careful, especially with his Overlords. They do not have speed, so they're going to be taken down very quickly. And scouting around for those Overlords. I think ntan's wisely moving them away, so that is what he is doing. That's a good move. That is what you want to do. And now, looks like ntan is getting a bunch of Roaches. This is from the production tab here. So we do now see a Robo Bay for ToTheSky. Meaning there's going to be some Colossi coming out pretty soon. And wow, looks like ToTheSky is actually going to be pushing out to grab his 3rd expansion as well. And this is what I was talking about. ntan has to be careful. He's going to be losing his queens. And oh, that queen actually does survive. Very lucky. And I don't know what ToTheSky is actually doing. He should have lifted up that queen once again, but unfortunately he was busy doing something else, not paying attention to what was going on. And now ToTheSky is going to be grabbing that 3rd expansion now. So very macro heavy game. And what I was saying earlier is that these positions, if players spawn on these positions, usually ends up being very big macro games, because players end up grabbing all these expansions on the side. And it just makes for a really fun game. What can I say? I think it's great. Yeah, ntan does have a bunch of Spore Crawlers up, so he's going to be fending away these Phoenix with no problem at all, really. And yeah, from the looks of it so far, players are just going to be macroing up nothing too crazy. We're going to see one pretty big decisive battle, ntan actually scouting a bit to see what is up at the base. Only seeing about 3 stalkers, and yeah, so far nothing too crazy. We do see a Void Ray coming out, and Void Rays are just really good to have with your army as a Protoss player. just to deal with those corruptors when those Colossi are out, so Void Rays are very good for that. From the looks of it, I don't think ntan is going to be opting to grab his 4th anytime soon, just because there is an attack impending on him very soon. So we'll see how he deals with this. I think he'll be fine with this amount of Zerglings, Roaches, and Hydras. Maybe a few more Hydras have been done. And, oh, actually blocking off every single Hydra and Roach. Only a few Zerglings are in here in the fray, and they're all pretty much going to get taken down. But ntan is actually going to be microing them away. And I think, yeah, this guy is going to be backing off after seeing that. After seeing that big push. After seeing that big army, that Roach Hydra army. Yeah, so he is not going to feel safe, and he's going to be backing off, and I think, yep, ntan is going to be going in for the counter, but I think the Colossus is almost out, so once this Colossus comes, ntan is going to be forced to back out, and there's the Colossus. I think ToTheSky is going to be just fine fending off against ntan's army. And actually, this is pretty bad for ntan, because he is forced to fight off creep, and this is not a good position to be caught in, really. And man, my nose is just really plugged today. And yeah, here we go into the battle. And look at all his Hydras are not attacking this army. So they were pretty much in the back just attacking a pylon or a building, and they weren't attacking the army. So little blunder there. Oh, ToTheSky actually losing that Colossus. Not a very smart move. That was actually pretty bad there. That Colossus it should have been on the high ground attacking, but unfortunately it was misplaced right here. One more gateway going down. I really think ntan should be backing up, or he's going to be losing a lot more than he really should be. But really, that Colossus cost him a lot. Losing that Colossus. And notice how both players are now 1-1. ntan actually has his 2-1 upgrade, so I think he moved out right when that 2 was finished. And yeah, now he is completely forced to back off because that second Colossi is now out. Excuse me. That's really just disgusting. But anyways, ntan is now grabbing his 4th expansion, and it's going to be at the gold. People are pinging because there isn't just one person watching, but there are a bunch of people watching.